Okay, I'm joined by David Jennings of the Racing Post. 2019 Cheltenham Festival, David Jennings, the Gold Cup. Everyone's talking about presenting Percy. He could be the second coming. He hasn't jumped a fence. Is he going to win the Gold Cup?
He certainly could win it, and I think he probably just about deserves to be favourite. Would I back him at his current price? I wouldn't. The one that I think is still overpriced and underestimated is Bells Hill, who only had his first run of last season on the 24th of February. And he was still good enough to almost win an Irish Grand National, but good enough to win the Grade 1 at Punchestown, the Punchestown Gold Cup. I think he's been underrated. I thought the ground was too quick for him when he beat Road to Respect in the Irish Gold Cup. I think 3 Mile 2 around Cheltenham, if there's a bit of cut in the ground, the way he jumps, I just can't see him being out of the first 3. So at his current prices, it would be Bells Hill for me.
Okay, Bells Hill, live one for the Gold Cup. Champion Hurdle is a fascinating puzzle this year. Bouvardier's won it twice. Now going to take on, it looks like the form of her life, Apple's Jade Lorena. We don't know how good she is. There's likes of Sharjah in there. Is there something you want to take Bouvardier on, or are we going to see a 3-time champion?
Yeah, I don't fancy Bouvardier at all. I think he's capitalised on 2 really poor champion hurdles. And while he won the first one quite well, he was all out to beat Mellon last year, and Mick Jazz got within 3 lengths of them. That's not good enough for him for this year's race. I think Apple's Jade is by far the most likely winner. What she has done in her 4 starts this season is phenomenal. I don't think any of the other 2 at the top of the market will be able to replicate that. People say she jumps right at her hurdles. She doesn't. She just veers a little bit right, but she jumps them straight. I'm not having that she doesn't like Cheltenham. She's better now than she's ever been. I think she's going to be very, very hard to beat.
Okay, so that's a big vote for Apple's Jade. I think last year, David, you gave us Balco to Flow to win the Ryanair at a very big price. Fancy him again this year?
I think he's got a good chance, yeah. He's 16 to 1. I could see him running well. I think there is one big day in him. He's very inconsistent. He has sore shins, which is obviously a bit of a worry. But there is a big day in him, and I could see maybe Davy Russell riding him because Rachel Blackmore would probably be riding Monolith. I think he could run well. Of the bigger prices at the festival, the one I really like is Le Parisienne in the Grand Annual. There's still some 20 to 1 available. I think he's well in. He's only off 151. He won it last year off 150. If he replicates his performance last year, he won it by 4.5 lengths convincingly. I think that'll be good enough to win this year's renewal as well.
One final question for you. If you had to have your life on one at the Cheltenham Festival 2019, what horse is it?
Oh, that'd be easy. It's Defi Desai in the JLT. I think it's probably the weakest of the novice chases, and I say that even including the Arkle, because I think it's turned into a 2-horse race between Defi Desai and Lost in Translation. I think even though it's 1-1, I think he's proven twice that he's a better horse than Lost in Translation. He should have beaten him at Cheltenham, where Barry hit the front too soon. He did beat him in the Scilly Isles. I think he'll take a hell of a lot of beating in the JLT. I could see him going off very short.